everybody, this is Michelle from Little Mama's House. I'm here with Linda from Casper Home Life, and today we're going to show you how to take an Erin Condren Life Planner. If you saw our previous video, we bought $5 life planners at Staples this year. They were on sale. So I'm going to show you how to take this $5 life planner, which normally is only good until December of this year. I'm going to uncoil it. I'm going to rearrange the months. We have stickers and lots of goodies to cover up any year-specific information, and we're gonna put the first half of this past year in the back of the binder and make it a new life planner that somebody can use all the way from this August till the end of next July. So I'm gonna show you how you do that. You'll end up probably saving about $60 from if you went online and ordered a custom life planner this year. I'm going to show you how you can make your own for much less. So first, let's go over what we need to accomplish this. We have our $5 life planner here. We have a pair of very sturdy, heavy-duty pliers, thanks to Linda's husband, Jason. These are going to be to clip the tips off of the recoil. We have some numbers that we got free online, and we're going to use these to cover up the old dates so that you can never tell that the planner was supposed to expire. We have also some ones we ordered from a lovely lady at an Etsy shop called Gabriella Inez Designs, and she sent us these, and we're also going to use these to cover the monthly view numbers. These will cover the weekly. We have a square hole punch, some tape runners, and whiteout. We also have a sticker book, and this has months in it so that we can cover up the months, again, that we're going to have to change around. We also have paper from one of the extra Erin Condren notebooks we bought. This is only really because the person who we're making this for requested to have a little bit of extra note paper recoiled in with her book. You don't really need this in order to make this book. We just thought it would be a little bit nice for her to have some extra note paper in with her book, and it doesn't really significantly add to the overall cost. And then we also just have some stickers. I also have some decorative stickers. We're going to use these to cover up the little tiny calendar. Because this is last year's life planner, the new ones don't have it, but this one still has that little yearly calendar in the top corner of every page. So we just have a variety of, we rated our supplies, and we have a variety of little square stickers that we're going to use to just cover that section up, because it won't be relevant once we're finished with this. And you can really use any square stickers of your choice. That's why we have our little square punch here that you can just make whatever you like to cover up that section. And finally, we also have a paper cutter. Some pages will need to be glued face to face, and so we have our paper cutter just so that we can cut straight lines. Okay, let's get started. All right, so what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've taken off the covers of the front and back covers of the life planner and taken out any extra pieces like the ruler that we don't want to mess up while we're working. And now I'm going to go ahead, and the way Linda and I like to do this is to snip the tip off the coil, if you will. Some people try to straighten this out and then re-bend it when they recoil. I find that ends up denting the coil, and then it ends up looking a little bit like a mess. They give you so much coil extra on these planners that you can snip off just the tip and still be able to rebend it in at the end and have plenty of coil left that you're not going to have any problems. It actually ends up laying even a little bit flatter sometimes when you take off some of that excess coil. So I'm going to go ahead carefully with my snippers and just reach in right here and give it a really good squeeze. And there it goes. So now you see we have a nice straight edge. There's no damage to our coil. It's not dented. It doesn't look all funky. It's just straight. And this is the key to uncoiling cleanly. You want this edge right here at the end of your planner to be straight. That way it just slides right on through and you don't need to worry about it. So because we are going to recoil this, we don't need to snip both ends. We just need to snip one end. If we were just going to uncoil and put it into a different type of binder and hole punch it, it would just be much easier and much faster to snip off both ends, because then you don't have to worry about it at all. But I'm not going to risk causing any damage or taking off too much by accident. I'm just going to unsnip one end, and now I'm going to go ahead and begin to uncoil. And the easiest way to do that is to hold the pages straight and just begin to twist. And again, if you have it, a binder clip can be very helpful here. Where am I going? I don't have one on hand, so I'm not going to use it, but that can help you just get everything uncoiled a little bit easier. And I'm just going to spin, 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 and I'll catch up back with you when this is completely uncoiled. All right, so we've uncoiled the planner. Here's our coil. We're going to keep this because we need it to recoil once we've rearranged everything inside. So what I've done, I've gone ahead and sort of started to organize how we're going to change things around. We are going to keep these 2 pages because we still want the work hard, play hard. But what we're going to do is trim off where it says 2014, 2015, because this is going to end up being a 2015, 2016 life planner. So anything that references 2014 has to go. So that's going to get trimmed off. Okay. We are also do not need November and December of 2014, which were included in this planner. So we're just going to take those out. We don't want this calendar, which shows 2014 and most of 2015. It's not needed. So we're just going to put that on the side. Now I've gone through and we have January, February, March, April, May, June, and July of 2015. Here they are, and these are going to the back. So what I'm going to do, is go in here to right before the notes section to make sure we get to the end of December here. And I am going to insert these months in the back. And now our planner starts. Let me just line these all up. We have a planner that starts in August of this year, so she can start using it right away. Okay, so we still have a couple other changes we need to make though before we recoil it. If you look here in the back, very back of your planner, after the note page, right before the stickers, we have a calendar for 2016 and 2017. Well, we're going to need this in the front where the old calendar we removed was. So we pull that out, close this back up, and you don't have to do this. You don't have to rearrange all these pieces and glue it down and do all the steps we're going to do here. This is just how we like to do it so that it looks professional. It looks like it's supposed to be there. It doesn't look like a Franken planner. It looks like a 2015, 2016 planner. So these are going to go here. Okay, and when the planner is all ready and recoiled, when you open it up, we're going to glue this to this. We're going to glue this to this. When you open the book, this is what you'll see. You'll have the front, you'll have work hard, play hard, you'll have a 2016 calendar, and then you go right in to the first month, which will be August. So we're going to go ahead and do those things. I'm going to just use my tape runner. I'm going to glue the back of this calendar, looks like this, to the front of the first month, which is the last week of July, with the August tab on it. I glue those together with my glue tape runner. They're going to go there. I am going to trim off, as I said before, the 2014-15 tab. I am going to glue this blank note page to the back of this piece that has the old calendar in it, like this. And that's going to go like that. And then I'll meet you back here once that's done, and we'll go through the last couple things we want to add before we recoil. Okay, so I've gone ahead, I've done the gluing, I've done the trimming, and now this is what it looks like in the front of the book. Once we recoil it, we're going to have the cover page, Weekly On The Go Life Planner, just like any other life planner. Work hard, play hard, like it belongs there. You're going to turn the page, and now you have the 2016, 2017 calendar, and you go right into August. It looks like it was made that way. You can't tell that we've sort of jerry-rigged it. So the only other change we need to do, important change before we go ahead and add our extra note paper, is to go ahead and go over to December. Okay, so again, this is going to be like December 15 going into January 16. But because of the way we had to take things out and put things back in, when you go over here to the very end of December, you'll see we end up with a little bit of extra overlap. So we have 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30, and then it starts January. But because it's going to end up being the next year, we end up with 25, 26, 27, 28, and then when January starts, you end up 29, 30, 31 again. So we have to do some gluing over here. And it's really just one page, and it'll make sense once we've gone through and renumbered it all. So for right now, if you're a little confused, that's okay. It's not looking right because we have to renumber, and it's not gonna look right to you until we do that. But trust me, what we have to do is go ahead and glue this last page with the notes on the back, that's January 2015, to this first page, which is really the old January 2014. It's going to be the new January 2016. So we're going to glue these together and get rid of that overlapping where we have basically two 28s, because we don't need that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue that together, and then I'll show you what it looks like, and we can talk about adding extra note paper. And when we go in and renumber, I'll show you how it just flows from the end of December into the beginning of January. You won't be confused anymore because we're going to renumber, and then that goes away. Okay, so I'll check back in with you once we've gone ahead and glued these pages. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've glued my two sheets together, and so I just want to show you, I want this to be as clear and not confusing for you all as possible, because it does seem really confusing. Linda had to explain this to me like 6 times before we sat down and did it, and I'm one of those people, I need to see it to understand what I'm supposed to do. So I've gone ahead, I've glued the page I showed you before to the page with the tab. So now we're going to pretend, yay, Christmas, it's December of 2015. We just celebrated Christmas. We're ready to have New Year's. 28, 29, 30, 31. End of January. 1, 2, 3. Beginning of January 2016. When you flip, we're going to renumber this calendar. So don't worry about that for now. Then this becomes, with our renumbering, when we have all the stickers I showed you at the beginning, this is going to get a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 January. So when we do our stickers and we renumber so that this life planner looks right and continues all the way from 2015 to 2016, you need to make sure that you have enough number stickers. And again, these are the ones we picked, but you can use whatever you'd like. You have to make sure that you have enough to get you to renumber from January 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way through to the end of July of 2016. So if you do like we did and just print off free number stickers, make sure you print off enough. If you go to the store and buy squares with numbers on it, just get it, cut yourself some slack, get an extra pack or something, because you don't want to run short at the end and not have enough supplies to really complete your planner, and you don't want it to look bad. You want it to look like a real life planner. You want it to look as nice as possible. So I'm now going to go ahead. I could just recoil this as it is, do my stickers, and be done with it. But our friend's mom would like a little bit of extra note paper in the back. So I have a couple of extra pages from an Erin Condren basic notebook that we had. And I have some lined, and I'm also going to give her some of the really pretty decorative unlined ones. And I just grabbed a few of each, nothing specific here. And I'm going to go ahead and flip to the back of my new planner. And We're gonna put her lined ones where the lines are, and we're going to put some extra lines. I'm just gonna put these in the back. They are a little different. It's okay. We're gonna put those in the very back. They're all the same size, and that's what's important. I'm gonna try to line this all up. Put all the pieces back. And here too, I mean, use what you want. This is what our friend asked for, but make this how you want it. If you want your note paper in the front of your life planner, put it in the front of your life planner. This is your chance to do it while it's uncoiled. You can move anything around that you want. You can add extra pages. You could add graph paper, would be a really nice addition to add into the back. You know, whatever you want. If you have some nice pictures you wanted to add that you have punched with an Erin Condren style punch, go ahead, add them in now, because once we put this coil back on, the only way you're going to be able to add something is with planner clips or by punching it and laminating it. So I am now ready to recoil. There's nothing else we need to add to our planner. So what I'm going to do is line up the pages again. And again, if you have a binder clip handy, it will come in handy to help you with this. I don't happen to have one, so I'm going to go ahead, get this lined up. And this part is slightly more tricky, especially because we have this here in the back. So you can break it up to get it started and just kind of start sliding them onto the coil. And you're going to recoil it and just sort of go in reverse. And I'm not going to show you this fully on camera because I can't do it backwards. And you're gonna slip it in, and you're just gonna start twisting, and it's gonna recoil itself coming down the planner. We're gonna get the coil back in, and I'll check back in with you and show you what it looks like when it's all recoiled. Okay, so I've spun my coil back around through, working from the bottom of the planner up. This because I'm right-handed, that's the easier way for me to do it. And I just have one more little hole, so you just spin through. When you get up to where the holes are, you line that up. You just push it on through the stack. Okay, this part you may just have to push a little extra to get that little lump down and past. Okay, and we'll push that back into place. A lot of this is really just manipulating it. You're not gonna break it. So don't be afraid to move the coil where you need it to go. It bends, it's metal. It's just gonna bend right back. It's manipulating it through the holes carefully so you don't bend them. So here we are. Look, it's coiled back up, back in its little home where it belongs. And because I didn't cut both ends of the coil, now I just have to deal here with rebending back this little edge, and like I told you before, there is plenty of coil. Okay, we have so much to spare. It's not a big deal that we snipped off that maybe 1/8 of an inch little bend that was in before. So what I've actually done, Linda's husband's like a big 6'3" manly man, so I was using his pliers, and there's a reason I'm called Little Mama. I'm only 4 feet tall, and my hands are tiny, so to manipulate with those big pliers to do something careful like bend this back, I wasn't comfortable with, so I switched to a little pair of my floral pliers, and I'm just going to gently grab the tip, twist it back under like that. Okay, and that's it. You don't have to worry about making it fancy or, trying to make it look exactly like how Erin Condren's bent coil part was before. You just have to make sure that it's tucked slightly under the first loop so that your planner, when you open it, isn't going to uncoil. And I'm going to show you. It's still going to lay perfectly flat when I open my planner. Even when I open to the middle, it's going to lay perfectly flat. No lumping, no problems there. Okay, so let me quickly flip through and show you what it looks like, and then we're going to go ahead and put our stickers on and do our renumbering, and I'll explain that all to you as we go. So here we go. we have our front page, flip, flip. We start August 2015. We have all of our months, just like we did before, all the way through to December. This is, again, remember, going to be January now of 2016. We're going to renumber. February, March, all the way through to July of 2016. We have all the way through. And then, and don't worry that this says 22. When we renumber, that's going to be right. It's going to end on the right day of July. And then we're going to go all the way through. We put in our extra note paper, so now we have more notes. And we still have all the original goodies, the stickers that came with it, and our little folder and plastic pouch. So I'm going to go put my covers back on, and then we'll talk about how we renumber everything with stickers so that it looks perfect. Though it's going to be a seamless transition from 2015 to 2016. Okay, here it is. It's all put back together. I put the cover back on front and back. And now I'm going to go through, I'm just going to quickly show you. Here's what it looks like, right? I said it would look like a regular life planner, and it does. First page, second page, calendar, and then it goes right into the months. December. Okay, this is where we're going to have to start renumbering. And you can, if you want on yours, get stickers for the whole thing so that it looks uniform across the top. We're not going to do that here. You know, we're doing this as a gift, so we don't want to go too overboard. And plus, we don't know if she'll like that. If she sees how the numbering looks with the stickers in the second half and she says, hey, I really like how this looks, we will by all means print her off more numbers so she can make the front match the back. But, you know, we don't know the person personally who this is for. One of our friends wants to give it to her mom. So we're going to just make it so that it's perfectly usable. And if she wants to change any of the stickers or do any additional decorating to the front half, she can go ahead and do that. But so what I'm going to show you now is how to renumber your back half so that it has the right dates. Because if you look through, we're here in the end of December, and this is where, if you remember, we took the front of 2014, put it in the back behind 2015, and the old 2014 is becoming the new 16. So we kept 15 where it was. We took 14, we put it behind 15. 14 is turning to 16. So we have the end of December. Yay, it's Christmas. Woohoo. It's going to be New Year's, 28, 29, 30, 31. This is all correct. This is the end of 2015. This is right. Okay? This, because it was the end of the 2015 calendar originally, is the right day for January 1st, 2016. It's going to be Friday. But when we flip our page, this is actually, because we moved this from the front to the back, this is 2015's calendar, so we need to start our renumbering right here. So January 1st is supposed to be Friday, but when we come here, because it's last year, you'll see it's Thursday. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the renumbering stickers we got, and we're going to cover this. I'm going to try to do this with as little waste as possible. But again, whatever stickers you pick to sort of start your renumbering is, you know, what you'll use. So I just need to grab some scissors. I'm going to trim that off, and then I'm going to start with my little numbers, and I'm going to start covering up. So this Friday has a 2 on it now. I have to put a 1 there, and I'm going to start my numbering there. I'm going to renumber the whole month of January, and then I'll check back in with you to show you how I cover up these days here. Okay, so I've gone ahead. I've used the little circles we had from Gabriella to go ahead and cover up the dates and renumber January. So now you'll see, now it's right. Look, we come through. When we look at the calendar, 28, 29, 30, January 1st is supposed to be Friday. And now January 1st is Friday. So the only other thing I need to do on this month page is take my little whiteout stick New Year's Day obviously this is now New Year's Eve, really. So I'm just gonna white this out, and you can take stickers or however you want to do it. It's gonna be your planner. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of white out again, because even though yours will be yours, this isn't mine, and I don't know what the owner would want to put there. She might want to put her own sticker, so I'm just gonna cover that because that's not New Year's Day anymore. This is New Year's Day. And then the only other holiday in January I have to cover up is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Next is start to renumber these pages. So when January starts, again, here we already have January 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Just like any other Erin Condren planner, when a month splits like that, the 1st, 2nd, 3rd are here on this side, and then this should now start with Monday the 4th. So we've gone ahead using, excuse me, this square punch that we had. I've gone ahead and punched out the numbers we printed offline, and I'll just show you quickly. The easy shortcut to do that is to do it upside down so that I can see what I'm doing. Excuse my son in the back throwing a fit. I put it like that. I can make sure it's even and straight. And just give it a good squeeze. And there's my numbers. So I've gone ahead and punched out all the numbers I need here to renumber this page. And I'm gonna go ahead and stick those down, and I'll show you what it looks like when that's done. Okay, so this is what it looks like once I've stuck the numbers on. So now you'll see it's right. We have, again, and again, sorry to have to show you this again, but I wanna make sure that it's clear to everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so forth. We number the rest of January properly, February, March, and we'll go all the way through, just updating the numbers all the way through to June. And when we're all done, we're gonna go back, we're gonna cover these up because they're not right. And once that's all done, I'm gonna show you what it looks like when the whole book is finished. All right, I'm all done. I've gone ahead and I've renumbered my months and my weeks for the second half of the book. And so now I'll show you the finished product, and what we have is a 2015, 2016 fully usable life planner. When it is 2016, she can just change out the cover. So I'll go through and I'll show you again. We already saw this, but here's the front. Here's all the months, all the way up to December. And again, if you remember, December is where we had to start renumbering. So I'll show you just what that looks like. And we just went through the rest of the book, covering up the month section up here, where it shows the yearly calendar section up here with a little sticker. We covered these numbers with little square stickers, and you can use whatever you want to cover this. If you just want to print out plain numbers on white paper and cut it out with a punch, you can do that. You could cut it out with a special shaped punch. I have one that looks like a heart, which would be really pretty up here. Do it however you would like it. So everything is renumbered. You'll see we reheaded the months so that they don't say 2015 on it anymore. And we are all set. This is the finished product, completely usable for the rest of the year. Now, as to the savings, if you went online to Erin Condren's website and ordered a life planner, a 12-month life planner, you would spend, assuming you custom covered it, you would spend approximately $55 plus shipping, so roughly $60. All said and done, including the extra notebook paper that we put in here. Now, we divided one notebook between 3 planners. So including the amount of, when we calculated it all out, we factored that in, including the amount of the notebook paper, it cost us $19.50 to make this life planner. That includes notebook paper and includes the cost of the stickers. If you decide you didn't want the extra notebook paper, that would save you a little bit of money, and you would only spend $13.50 to make a life planner. So, if you're somebody who can't justify maybe spending $60 on a brand new planner, this is a great way that you can have an Erin Condren Life Planner. It is an Erin Condren planner. There's nothing about the planning pages that's any different from any other life planner. any vertical life planner would look exactly like this. You can have the exact same thing and save yourself quite a bit of money. Maybe if you're new into planning, you're nervous about decorating your pages, and you're not ready to make that jump for a $60 investment, go ahead and pick this up for yourself if you can find it at Staples for $5 like we did. They are out there. You just have to look. And go ahead and make it however you want it. Customize it to fit what you need. And then you have something that you can enjoy and you didn't have to spend a lot on it. It would be perfect if somebody's daughter or son wanted to plan along with you. Perfect for a little kid. I know Linda has a real life planner that she purchased on the site, but then she went ahead and she took her $5 one and she made it into a fitness specific journal. So she has one that only cost her $5, and she redid it, renumbered it, and recoiled it. And she has a whole nother planner that she can use specifically to track her meals and her exercises and how she feels. So really, for the price, it's totally worth doing. You can really customize it even further than if you went on her site and bought one new. And you get something that's 100% functional, absolutely beautiful, and saves you quite a bit of money. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed our video. If you have any questions at all, please post to the comments. I will link where we bought our stickers. I'll give you a link to Gabriella's Etsy site in case you want to buy her particular beautiful little numbers that we used. And I will also obviously give you a link over to Linda's YouTube so you can follow her along at Casper Home Life as well. And have a great day.